What's up, sports fans? It's your man D back, Speaking Mind Sports Talk. All right, man. Right a long time. Y'all know how we do. Been a while, but wanted to do this morning edition on the ride. Let's take a ride, guys. Hold on for a second. So I can see y'all comment. BK in the building. Goddamn garbage truck. But anyway, what's up this morning, man? I want to talk about my two guys this morning. You know, I didn't talk about these guys. Everybody's talking about them. I've been talking about different things, but Tyson Fury and Errol Spence Jr., these two big matches coming up, man. Y'all know BK first up in the building. What's good with your BK? Appreciate you sliding through, brother. So Tyson Fury, the COVID-19 situation and all of that, right? So that's what's on the table for now. Tyson Fury, COVID, all of this. Eddie Hearn is coming out speaking against it. Now, you know, here's my thing. Way back when, we got a couple of fighters popping for COVID. Bad timing, of course. Always, like, if it's breaking up a fight or a fight we want to see or a fight we need to happen to get out of the way, and then one of these fighters come down with COVID-19. You know, I said a while back, this was before Povetkin even came down with it. I was like, man, I really believe that they're putting this COVID-19 out here. Like, these fighters have caught COVID-19 simply to delay or postpone fights without reason, because the fans we can't fuss about it. You know, we don't really know who really has it or who doesn't have it. And I said this a while ago, that I didn't really have full faith in these reports. I don't care if it's Tyson Fury who gets his Spence or any of these guys that get it. I wasn't really too confident with it. A-Rod in the building, salute. I'm at a stoplight now. Iceman, he going to get medicine. No. Not this morning. I was prepared. I had the medicine already. I just wanted to do a ride along, man. We didn't get this in a while, so I wanted to do it on the on this morning live. But yeah. So back to it though. A-Rod is in the building. So let me do this. A-Rod, if you got time, fam. I'm only going to have one guest on in the morning. I'm going to have to pull over to do this because I don't want to crash. Let me pull over. A-Rod, you up? It's on you, buddy. If you can join, cool. If not, you know, you are the special guest. That's my pink A-Rod in the building. Let me pull over right quick so I can put this link in the chat without crashing and killing myself. All right, hold on. Post a comment. Bam. Put a link in the chat. All right. Bam. A-Rod, that link is for you, A-Rod. You're the special guest this morning. If you got time to jump on with me, fam, we'll talk about this Errol Spence, Manny Pacquiao situation, Tyson Fury. Not really the Wilder fight. Wanted to talk about Tyson Fury more concerning this. Concerning this doggone COVID situation. So back to it, A-Rod, that is for you, brother. If you got time, that link is for you. He said, I'm driving. Okay, you driving too. Well, appreciate you, man. Thank you, though, bro. No doubt, A-Rod, always, man, brother. All right, so A-Rod is driving like me, so I get it. That game, you up? Special guest. Good to see you. Dead game. If you got time to jump on, there's only gonna be one person on the panel. That's why I'm doing it that way. In the morning time, I have a special guest up here. Most of this is Speaking Mind Sports Talk family, but I don't want these cluttered panels in the morning. So anyway, dead game. That invitation is extended to you if you'd like to jump up this morning. So let's move forward. So back to it. So I've always personally scrutinize these COVID-19 claims, no matter who it's for. If it was for my guy or if it was for another fighter, I've had my own scrutiny about these things. Samuel Shaw, up early. What you doing up this early, Samuel? What's up with you, bro? What's good? So, with this being said, now that it's Tyson Fury, I don't really have a problem with people questioning whether he has COVID-19 or whether he doesn't. One thing that Eddie Hearn said that, I kind of take note to as well is Eddie Hearn was saying that the ticket sales for Tyson Fury and Wilder wasn't turning out the way they wanted them to turn out. And, so Aaron Fury's team, Fury, they decided to concoct this whole COVID-19 situation, and it's due to the ticket sales. Ticket sales not turning out the way they wish they were. Now, could this be Eddie Hearn just taking jabs at Tyson Fury and this, that, and the third? Could it be what he honestly believes? And could this be the reason that they're delaying the fight using COVID as the excuse? This dude, the fucking Bobcat, man. So, I ain't sure, but I think when it comes to Tyson Fury and a lot of these other fighters, man, that this whole coming down with COVID is an excuse. But here's something I got you there, gang. Hold on right quick. I got you, brother. Get you up in here, that game in the building. There you go. All right, what's good there, gang? What's good with you, bro?
Good morning, family. Just cooking, just waking up in the morning, listen to you chop it up. Gonna give my input for a minute.
All right, excellent. So here's what I say about Tyson Fury, and again, I ain't really protecting Tyson Fury because I have just as much scrutiny about these COVID-19 cases coming out the blue and these fights getting delayed as anyone else. So this is not about protection for Fury, but I hear not more so than just Eddie Hearn. I hear a lot of people starting to talk about Tyson Fury and this COVID situation, and it could be some validity to it. Tyson Fury, we know he's all about getting that money, and we know Bob Arum is all about getting that money. So it makes sense what Eddie Hearn is saying is that, because the ticket sales are low, Bob Arum, greedy ass, and Tyson Fury, they delaying this fight, trying to figure out how to get this thing promoted better so more people get interested into this fight. I think that one of the reasons the ticket sales may have been somewhat of a bust, because I said this long time ago, more people wanted 4-belt undisputed than they wanted a trilogy match with Wilder and Fury. And Wilder fans can sit here and say, oh, well, Wilder deserves this ain't right, he should fight Wilder first. Okay, it may be truth to that. However, more fans wanted 4-belt undisputed. And it's showing, if Eddie Hearn is right, and they delayed this fight using COVID as an excuse, which is very possible, and it's due to the low ticket sales, well, it could be because the fans did not want this fight. They're upset. They didn't want it. And I was saying that before. Could this be an excuse Fury and freaking Bob Arum making? Just because it could very well be. But it also shows that it was the Wilder fans that wanted this fight. It wasn't the boxing world. So they don't want to purchase it. It all kinds of come together. Here's my problem with the heavy scrutiny on Tyson Fury. With all of these other guys who have come up with COVID before the fight, it's something with Fury's case that didn't really persist with these other guys' case. And the scrutiny to me is unwarranted because with Tyson Fury's situation, 9 other people in his camp that was around him also popped up with COVID. When you look at these other cases, it wasn't a bunch of people. It was trainers and guys, sparring partners, and everybody with these other guys, and no one had it. Only the fighter. But in this Fury situation, You got 9 other people surrounding them in that very camp, and they also pop up with it. And now we have all of this scrutiny on Fury. See, because Fury cheated, Fury's dirty, Bob Arum's greasy. And so the public perception is based on a lot of those things as well. Could this stuff be true? I don't know. Maybe not. But those are my thoughts on this so far. What are you feeling about all of this that game? This Tyson Fury and the COVID testing. You think it's bogus and they trying to delay the fight, Bob Arum and Tyson Fury, like Eddie Hearn says? What do you think?
What is the problem, D? And excuse the roosters crowing in the backyard. I know you seen some roosters the other day, but I got
Yeah,
roosters.
yeah.
Uh,
No doubt.
this is the problem that I have, man. I'm the type that I cannot. I don't like Tyson Fury, but I cannot say the man don't have a disease. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm not gonna say that it don't look good.
Uh-uh.
Um, but I'm not gonna just say the man didn't catch it. You know, and if he did catch it, I wouldn't want him to step in the ring. You know, not healthy or whatever. So
Right.
it's a situation where the Wilder fans, it's a situation where we just have to deal with it, bro. We just have to deal with it and just hope that Fury it will step up after he get better and make sure that he's 100% and we get a good fight with both men at their best. That's
Right.
all I really want, No
Right.
matter who wins, I want them both at their best,
Right. Right.
you know.
Yeah, yeah, and I do too. I just think that the scrutiny, the scrutiny for the fight, man, it's like, come on, bro. Good God, this traffic. Why the hell did I come this way? My bad, dog. I just came. I'm looking at this traffic, bro. Damn, I didn't make a mistake. That's all right. I'm getting to turn around now. It'll probably take me long enough just to get back home. But here's my thing with this, bro. With all the scrutiny that I've had personally on these fighters popping up with it in general, their game, something that a lot of people may be surprised about my idea on this is I'm kind of with Eddie Hearn on this one. You know what I mean? You know I'm a Fury guy, right? I'm kind of with Eddie Hearn on this. I honestly think that it may be some validity to Bob Arum and Tyson Fury crazy ass. I don't put anything past him, man. And everybody know I never try to protect him on being crazy and just outlandish Tyson Fury, but I'm kind of leaning with Eddie Hearn because the things that he's saying is making sense. Like with me all the time, if it don't make sense, that's when I'm going to argue. But if it's validity to it, if it makes sense to me, then I'm not going to argue with it. And with Tyson Fury, bro, in this whole situation, I kind of feel that way. Let me see who we got in the building. Sammy, wow, what's good? Joshua Little John, what's up with you, man? Samuel Shaw, G Jeffries, you don't be that concerned about being up this early when you dropping them. We out. Whatever, man. Y'all be talking shit in the morning. I look over and see that. Hell no, bro. I'll be sleeping, right? Mr. Jones, what's good? What's good? Mr. Jones. Okay, somebody with it. I'm driving right now. Get Mr. Jones out of here. Like immediately. Block him off the channel. So yeah, I don't know. Get him out of here. Please, Samuel. Kick him out, bro. Mr. Jones, kick him the hell out of here. So look, man, I'm with Eddie Hearn. Now, I'm not saying he's right, but the things that he's coming out with, bro, I take no offense to. I think that Bob and Tyson Fury are delaying this fight. I think that, and I'm like you, there, gang. I ain't really trying to challenge a man's sickness. You know what I mean? I'm not really trying to challenge a man's sickness, but I ain't gonna argue with Eddie Hearn either. I'm not saying that he's, Eddie Hearn is off. You idiot, Eddie Hearn. No, he don't get a you idiot for me on this because it's very possible that they're delaying this fight. Look, if the ticket sales are not looking the way they're supposed to look, what are they trying to do? At the end of the day, Bob is worried about making money, and Bob Arum caused all of this confusion anyway. when he lied to Eddie Hearn and told him that Deontay Wilder didn't have a leg to stand on. None of us really knew what was going on in that. Wilder, Fury, Arum, and Wilder's handlers, they the ones that knew what was going on with this whole arbitration. All we were doing out here was speculating, things that make sense, this makes sense, that doesn't make sense. We all had speculation, but they knew what was going on. Bob Arum knew the whole time what was going on, how much validity they had, if they had a leg to stand on, if this arbitration could have been an issue. He knew that the whole time. What did he tell Eddie Hearn? What did he tell him? They don't have a leg to stand on. Let's move on forward with the fight, this, that, and the third. So he gets Eddie Hearn to go out there, negotiate with the Saudis. But another thing I read in the report is Bob Arum and their side, they weren't even selling tickets. So it makes me wonder, okay, so they're not even taking time to push and sell the tickets, to get these ticket sales to boost, right? Then the arbitration comes about. And this is Anthony Joshua versus Tyson Fury. They weren't really selling tickets. But if you felt like the fight was going to happen, then why wasn't you pushing and selling tickets? See, a lot of the stuff that Eddie Hearn is saying is making sense. They delayed the fight because the ticket sales are bad. Well, why would they? It's just because the ticket sales are bad, DJ. Why would they delay the fight? To give them more time to promote the fight, you idiots. And that's just for the people that don't understand. Because it gives them more time to promote the fight, more time for Wilder and Fury to talk shit to each other, more time for a scenario like this. Fury's just BSing because, Fury, he just messing around because he's trying to get more tickets. So all of this kind of makes sense to me. And I don't really have full faith in these fighters popping up with COVID like right before these fights anyway. I've not had faith with that anyway. But again, you make a good point, bro, about challenging somebody being sick. That's a tough one. That's tough to do, bro, because somebody could really be sick, and then you sitting here challenging it, and, the people are really sick. And I don't want any fighter to come in there, especially with a respiratory condition, bro. That attacks your respiratory. The stamina and endurance is out the window. A guy like Fury with all that herky-jerky movement, moving all around the ring, one thing he needs is his stamina and endurance. So going into the ring not fully recovered from COVID, if he has that, probably ain't the best idea, right? But it just all seems fishy to me, man. It all seems fishy to me. The whole time Wilder's camp, pretty much to my assessment, was being truthful. I don't care if it's Fury, Bob Arum, or whoever. It was a whole lot of snakery going on the top rank side in the Fury's camp. And now Fury is not fighting Anthony Joshua. He is fighting Deontay Wilder. So who am I going to point the finger at? At this point in time, I'm going to point it at where the finger needs to be pointed at. The Fury side of things. Well, everything that I'm reading, the way that I'm analyzing the whole situation, I have to point the finger at Bob Arum and Tyson Fury.
Hey, you see why it's so hard, though, bro? Because what if the man really sick?
I know. That's the conundrum. That's the conundrum there, is that he could really be sick.
And but, I want to go hate. I want to hate, but
Yeah, it is. It's hard, though.
It's hard, man, because we do have a sickness that's going around. It's a very dangerous disease,
right?
And we already got a man putting their life on the line for us. So, my only thing, D, is a couple of days before all this went down, I went to the website, and me and my wife talked about it. We was going to get some tickets, right?
Right.
So I looked at it, bro. It was pretty much sold out, man. Yeah, so you had a few blue dots here and there, bro, on the floor and here and there. You had some rows where you can tell they was holding it because the whole row was open towards the back. On the floor, I mean, you had a couple of seats. There was 6,000 a piece, 6,500 a piece, and some of them you had to buy too. Now, on the floor, it looked like a bunch of them was sold, but then I just heard that Fury had like 1,400 tickets that he didn't sell. So I'm
Yeah, well,
thinking,
see, that's the thing. That's what Hearn was talking about. This, I didn't mean to cut you off, fam, but that's what Eddie Hearn was talking about. Is that it's fictitious? Bob and them got a hold of a lot of tickets. They have not sold any tickets, and this is what Eddie Hearn is saying. They ain't sold them, so the ticket sales are not what they expected them to be. You see what I
right?
mean?
So
That's an issue. That's an
so
issue. Go ahead and kick it to the people. I'm gonna go get me a black right quick.
so
You
so
got it.
so so I'm thinking that if big companies came in and bought a whole bunch of tickets up, um, and they cannot resell them, it may look on the internet that they're sold out, but in all actuality, there's a lot of tickets that they're trying to sell on the secondary market. So if the building is not sold out and they have a whole bunch of tickets that these bigwigs are holding, that could be why they backed it up also. Um, and the Wilder team is not really making a big stink about it. They've been pretty quiet, so it could be both parties know what's going on, you know. So I'm gonna just hold it down for a minute for D while he catches blacks. Um, so yeah, we're gonna see. My only thing is I just hope Fury don't go get juiced up. If Fury go to the UK and get juiced up and come back, that's another situation that we'll have to look at. Um, we all know the rumors was going on in training camp about him getting stopped and FA stopping him and Big Baby Anthony stopping him. We don't know how true it is, but if that is true, that could be part of why he wants to back out anyways. So, um, like I told D, we're in a situation where we just have to sit back. Uh, if something foul is being done, it should come out in the light. If not, we just hope that both fighters come back and do what they're supposed to do. A healthy, a healthy Fury and a healthy Wilder. So that's all as fans we can hope for.
All right, there we go.
Yeah, I'm
Thank
just
you.
saying, I'm just saying, as far as fans, all we can hope for is a healthy Fury and a healthy Wilder. Um,
Yeah, yeah,
you
yeah.
know, we can go into conspiracies if we want. There's a lot we can talk about of him having trouble in sparring in camp, him going back to the UK to get juiced up. But
Right, right.
that's
Look,
all.
look, here got another one there, game, which and yeah, and bro, I'm gonna jump on the conspiracy because I think it may be some bullshit, but here's another one. A little more time needed to cycle off them PEDs.
I don't think he was on it, Jeff.
Man, who the fuck knows, bro? I don't look, what did I tell you? I say that I believe most of these athletes,
Oh,
most
definitely,
of them, high
definitely,
90% are taking something. And
Def-
that includes my guy Tyson Fury. The
yeah.
dude have been caught with the stuff before that game.
But I think by him holding that WBC belt, I think it probably kind of put a stop to him cycling throughout the season.
I don't think so.
You know,
Look, I don't trust it. Listen, bro. Most, and I think most high 90 percentile. I don't exclude anyone, fam. I think to compete at the top level in these sports, and you got the guys that are making all of the money that are doing it. If you don't get along with the program, you're not gonna win. I'm sorry. I just think that's the harsh reality of athletics, bro. And that most of these guys are doing them. So this could be another reason to come up with COVID and delay this fight because he needs to cycle off of those PEDs. The boar meat could have been real. Look, man. Hey, man. Only thing is like you gotta prove this stuff. We can speculate and say all of this, that, and the third. At the end of the day, you still gotta prove it, right? Well, I'm not going to sit here and act oblivious and act like this stuff couldn't have been real, fam. I think that it could be real. I think they could be delaying the fight for whatever reason. Ticket sales, cycling off PEDs. I've never had full confidence with these guys just popping up with COVID like right before this fight, bro. Uh, could be though. You never know when you're going to catch. You know what I mean? Like somebody, just a common cold or the flu, you out and about, you don't really know when you're gonna catch a cold. You don't really know when you're gonna catch the flu. So it could be real. That doesn't mean I have to put all faith into it and believe everything go gung ho. Oh, Fury wouldn't lie. Bobby Arum wouldn't lie. Bobby Arum wouldn't lie. Yeah, right. You won't catch me having full faith in these fools. Fury is a loose cannon. We know he'll do something crazy. He's a loose cannon. Bobby Arum is the biggest snake in boxing right now. You know what I mean? I can't put this past neither one of these guys. I gotta be honest about it, bro. I just can't put it past neither one of them.
Now, I was on a podcast the other night and I said something that kind of pissed a lot of people off.
Good.
I said, I mean, I said if Fury wanted to, if he wanted to, he could retire, right?
Yeah,
And now listen, he would be retiring undefeated and being touched every belt at the heavyweight division.
Yeah, true that. True that.
You know what I'm saying?
But you know what? One downside to that is he would have retired without ever defending a title. That's the downside to that.
That is. But I think the upside is big enough to outweigh that downside. Undefeated and beat who we put on the pedestal as the most dangerous fighter, Deontay Wilder.
Twice. Klitschko and Wilder.
Klitschko and Wilder, undefeated. And hey, bro, if you retire right now, bro, you can go down arguably as one of the best heavyweights in
history. Yeah, he will. And he'll go to the Hall of Fame, but
and he just won the ESPYs.
But I'm not with that though, bro.
I'm not either.
Fury need to freaking look. Fury need to fight Wilder. Look, I don't care what nobody says at this point, and we talked about this before, Dig, when he was still in talks for Joshua, right? And I said it then, and I'll say it again. If that fool don't fight for 4-belt undisputed, it's got to be Wilder. It's got to be Wilder if you're not fighting for 4-belt undisputed. So now that this is the fight, okay, that's better. Now that this is the fight with Deontay Wilder, dude, this is the title defense. I really don't care if it was Wilder, if it was freaking Dillian White, Anthony Joshua. This will be your first title defense. I don't care what Fury does. He needs to make this fight. If he retires after this fight and don't pursue Joshua, okay, so be it. This fight got to happen, fam. At this point, this fight got to happen. Or if he retires in disgrace to me.
I understand to you, D, but in the history books, what it's going to look like?
No. That's what I agree with you there. In the history books, he will go in the Hall of Fame. They'll make a fuss about his career. But as a fan of Tyson Fury and a fan of boxing, that's a pathetic way to retire. I wouldn't support that. That would be a pathetic way to retire. You talked all of this junk about Wilder. They accuse you of cheating. And basically, this fight settles the score on a lot of things. It'll be your first title defense. He doesn't really have to clear his name, but this is the fight game. Somebody say something about you going in the ring, you beat him up for it. That's why I was mad at Nonito Donaire. He got to take this fight for so many reasons, bro. For so many reasons, he got to take this fight. And he gets nothing but shame from me if he retires or goes away from this sport and don't fight Wilder. I don't even care about the Joshua fight at this point because that whole fight for me wasn't really about Joshua. It was about 4-belt undisputed. I've always said that. I don't care who gets in the ring. Usyk, Wilder, Joshua, Wilder, Usyk, Fury. I don't care. I wanted 4-belt undisputed. So I don't really care about the Anthony Joshua side of it. Eddie Hearn does, of course, because that was a huge money fight. This is why he's coming out about it, right? Because Bob Arum lied and screwed them over on a huge money fight, the biggest in boxing. So I get Eddie Hearn's sentiment. I don't give a damn about Joshua. I don't. It was 4-belt undisputed, which was so important to me, which we're not going to get. Now when we're talking about a guy that I support, as far as, being a fan of his in this sport, dude, you got to take this fight, bro. You got to take this fight. No retirement. So take your little break. If it's true, okay, shout out to you, it's true. If it's a ruse, just because you're trying to cycle off PED or your ticket sells bad, you need more promotional time or whatever the hell scenario we could come up with, then you better take this fight, bro. If you delayed this fight, you better take this fight. If not, I'm done with him. I'm flaming him to no end and everything, fam. I don't care. I don't want to hear no rematch with Auto Violin waiting for a touch up because you ain't fought in 2 years. Man, you brought all of this on yourself. You and Bob Arum. All of this 2 years. It didn't have to be 2 years. You and Wilder could have fought already. Y'all could have just not engaged in that Anthony Joshua foolery. Give Wilder his rematch like you signed for, and we wouldn't be here. So Fury get no excuses from me. I'm not riding with him on this, bro. I'm not. He gotta fight.
Off the top of your head, can you tell me who's younger, AJ or Fury?
Fury.
Fury is younger.
Yeah.
All
AJ
right.
is,
So why can't Fury say I'm gonna retire? I'm gonna retire. My body don't feel right after this COVID. I'm not gonna get in there with Wilder because I don't feel 100.
Right.
I'm gonna retire. I'm gonna let Wilder handle his business against who, and then eventually him and AJ fight. By the time him and AJ fight, I can come back out of retirement and call him out.
He can do all of that, big game. I'm not supporting him. I'm done with him. I don't care if he does that. He done that to the boxing fans already, fam. He's already done that to the boxing fans. Right. I'm not supporting him again. Look, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Right? I'm no idiot.
Yeah, but whenever you have a skilled boxer and a pizzazz and a brass boxer like Fury, he's gonna get supporters no matter what.
Well, yeah, he will have his supporters. I do agree with you. People will ride on it. Oh, there's only one Tyson Fury and all of that. I'll be like, Tyson Fury is full of it. He's a farce. I'm not riding with that, bro. Like, look, I will support a guy, and everybody know I've been supporting Tyson Fury to no end. I've been supporting the guy. But if it's clear foolery, I'm not with that, man. I'm done with this dude. If he don't fight Wilder, retire, come back, try to, man, get out of here with that, bro.
Hey, I'm just saying,
that's farce.
I'm just saying now. I'm just saying, if he does really have COVID, bro, your body don't shake back right, bro.
If he does have it, it's a good chance he loses. But look, bro, even if he has COVID and he's not so like Alexander Povetkin, he's not older like Alexander Povetkin. Or what's the boy? Virgil Ortiz had COVID, bounced off of it. Listen, Fury still got more time. You know what I mean? He's not been through wars, beaten down. He's not a Manny Pacquiao. He's in his 30s, he's in his prime. So he can come off of this COVID. He needs the extra time. And if he does have it, like we're saying here, and he comes off of it, okay, he needs the extra time for that. But I don't think, look, man, listen, in my opinion, his skill set is so far beyond Wilder's. He can take a little bit. Like, his skill set is so far beyond Wilder's, you can give him a little bit of a crutch. He's still got enough to beat Wilder, fam. Because that first fight was close. Listen, this whole 2-year layoff nonsense, I'm not trying to hear that, bro. I don't care because look at when he had all of those belts and he basically left the boxing world before, right? Not only was he gone for all of that time, okay, but he was on drugs, he was partying, he got up to 400 pounds, and he still came back, right? After all of that, he still came back and gave Wilder a tough fight for 12 rounds. Now, this time, although he's been off for 2 years, it's without the freaking drugs. It's without the freaking alcohol. It's with him training and sparring. Bro, I'm not trying to hear this 2-year nonsense. And he's in phenomenal shape. I'm not trying to hear that. You did more when you was a fat fuck. coming off of a drug binge and an alcohol binge. You still went 12 rounds to a draw with this guy. And now you've been exercising, you've been sparring, you've not been on the alcohol and drug hiatus. I don't want to hear about your 2-year deal, bro. You have to make this fight. Fury gets no excuses from me. None. None on this. You fight Wilder. As far as I'm concerned, I'm done with you, and I'm speaking out against you from here on out. From here on out, bro. I gotta call it straight down the line, bro. See, things like this, as much as we go back and forth there, game, things like this prove what I'm saying. I'm gonna call it straight down the line. I can't support this foolishness, bro.
No,
I'm with Eddie Hearn. I'm with Eddie Hearn. I think it looks very, very, very suspicious.
No, I agree, D. I'm just giving a different look at what, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, trying to be objective about it. That's what I always try to do. And I'm trying, but I've analyzed this before I decided to come talk about it. And all my objectivity is out the window. I can't give it to Fury. It doesn't matter, bro. That's fanboyism. That's fanboyism. If I sit here and support Fury and Bob Arum on this nonsense, that's fanboyism, bro. And I'm no damn fanboy. That's what fanboys do. Even though all of the clues point toward this being some foolery, you still ride with that nonsense. No. I love boxing more, not Fury more. Right? Sorry, we 37 minutes in, man. These are my guys, so I know this will clear an hour easily. Got to move over to Errol Spence, Manny Pacquiao. I love Manny Pacquiao, man. One of the greatest fighters ever. If he could muster up one last great win and beat Errol Spence, he goes in, he'll be arguably one of the top 10 greatest fighters ever. A lot of people will have him in that argument. Here's my thing with it. It ain't happening, fam. Errol Spence is going to beat Manny Pacquiao. Now, I think the discussion more is, for me, is if Errol Spence will stop him or if it will go to decision. Not if he'll lose, bro.
Crazy dog bark. I mean, if I look at anything I took from the press conference, I think Manny think he gonna beat Earl, bro.
For sure, and he should.
Mean, he really think he's gonna beat Earl, bro.
For sure. So does Freddie Roach. For sure.
You know, bro. When the last time? I don't know.
Do you think that Spence believes he's going to beat Manny?
I think he do, but I think he knows he's going in there with a legend, though.
Of course he knows that. That's why he wanted to fight so bad. That's why all of them wanted to fight so bad, because of Manny's legendary status. So he knows that. He knew that before the fight happened. Crawford knew that. Mikey Garcia knew that. Ryan Garcia knew that. They all know who Manny is. He's a legend. The name is bigger. But if little Ryan Garcia had confidence that he would beat Manny Pacquiao, you don't think Spence does? Come on. Errol Spence has full confidence he's going to beat Manny Pacquiao. He has full confidence. The PBC, Al Heyman, they have full confidence Errol Spence is going to win this.
Hey, when did Errol win the WBC belt? He won that against
Porter.
Against Porter, right? You know, bro, to me it seems like once these guys get that WBC belt,
right,
they don't look the same, bro. They power seem to go a little bit.
Yeah, yes.
We blame it. We saying that Blu-ray was the difference maker. Yeah, Blu-ray seems to be a Blu-ray. He seems to be a decent trainer. I
He's just a fitness trainer, though. He doesn't have anything to do with his acumen, his skill, what he does in the ring. That's all Derrick James. The only thing Blu-ray is responsible for is strength and conditioning coach. That's what he does, and he does it exceptionally well. Listen, again, remember, when it makes sense, then I'm going to ride with it. When it don't make sense, then I won't ride with it. With this Blu-ray situation, though, I'm riding with it. Bro, he makes the difference, period. He makes the difference. And Spence was at 75, 80% and going into the Garcia fight. That's not unreasonable to believe. Fuck, man. Goddamn pothole shit. Tear my goddamn axe off. That's not hard to believe, that game. So Blu-ray definitely makes the difference in this situation. And Spence needs him, you know? But here's the thing, this whole Keith Thurman. So freaking Freddie Roach comes out, right? And Freddie Roach says he feels like Keith Thurman is stronger than Errol Spence. He's an idiot because Thurman's not stronger than Spence. He believes Keith Thurman hits harder than Errol Spence. I won't argue with that. He believes Keith Thurman throws better combinations than Errol Spence. I won't argue with that. But is Keith Thurman a southpaw? Is Keith Thurman the Keith Thurman he used to be? To hell with what Freddie Roach is talking about. This is the same Keith Thurman that struggled against Josecito Lopez. Do you think Errol Spence is going to struggle against a Josecito Lopez? No, he beats the hell out of Josecito Lopez. So I don't really care what Freddie Roach is talking about. I don't agree with Roach on this. Errol Spence is going to beat Manny Pacquiao. People say Errol Spence, the same nonsense they said about Teofimo Lopez. Errol Spence has never seen a Manny Pacquiao. True. Put the question in reverse. Pacquiao ever got in the ring with an Errol Spence? No. Not in all of his fights in his entire career. The answer to that is no. He has not fought a top level, high, number 1 or number 2 rated in that division, southpaw. Who? What's southpaw? Who? It's a difference when Manny Pacquiao utilizes his angles and his advantages as a southpaw to fight orthodox fighters. Orthodox fighters have problems with southpaw. All of them. We know this. He's fighting another southpaw with superior dimensions who can use his jab, has an exceptional jab. Keys to boxing, jab in the footwork. Footwork in the jab. So, then it's a bigger, stronger, in his prime, Manny on his way out, battle-torn fighter. One against a Keith, once upon a time, Thurman. Nah, bro. I love Manny, but he's going to lose this fight. He's going to lose this fight, man. Who you got in this fight, man? Who you got?
Hey, man. Bro, I'm gonna tell you, I never checked yet, but I think Vegas got Manny winning that fight.
Hell with Vegas, bro.
No, I'm just saying. I think I seen the odds for Vegas, and they got Manny at a plus.
Let me tell you something. Why people gotta not judge boxing matches by Vegas odds. I'll break this down to you right now. Vegas has Manny favored, right? So out of 100% of people voting or betting on this fight, and Vegas is convincing people that Manny should win this fight. If merely 60% of the people vote on Manny and 40% votes on Spence, they make money. You understand what I'm saying? It behooves them to favor Manny. Because when a bunch of people pick Manny and Spence win and they're wrong, the bookies collect, my friend. You see?
I see. And there's big money from the Philippines.
All right. So they want people to believe Manny's going to win. Bet on Manny. And then they kill it They make money.
Yeah.
So we really can't put too much of our assessment in what's going to happen in the fight when it comes to gambling. I always tell people in the prediction league, you'll see me pick a guy in the prediction league. And then on Bovada, you'll see me betting a different guy. Not the guy I picked to win. Well, D, what the hell are you doing? You picked him to win in the prediction league. Yeah, but this is gambling. It's different. Can't put that weight on it, bro. Don't pay no attention to Vegas, especially in any close fight. When there's a close fight, you have to use your eyes. You have to use your knowledge of the sport. You understand whether you do it off of who they fought, their resume, level of competition, amateur pedigree. And then, you know, if you could do some film work, you do some film work. In close fights, that's all you can do. But you cannot rely on Vegas, not even a little bit. Because in a close fight, it's their job to sway the public to the loser. Because if they sway the public to the loser, they make money.
Okay, D. Okay, D. Look, we all know Manny Pacquiao's last fight, he performed well, right?
Very well.
Even the fight with Jeff Horn, I think he went out there and he performed well.
I think he won.
Right? So we can say this fight as an old man, this is not a gimmick. This is not no bullshit. This is a real fight.
No, this is a real fight, and Manny can't win. I'm not saying he can't win. I'm picking Spence, and I'm comfortable with my pick. But Manny can win this fight. Yes, this is a real fight, fam.
So you telling me that we gonna get the Errol Spence that fought Brook in the second half of that fight? We gonna get that Errol Spence because anything else, man, is beaten. If Earl don't fight like the second half of that Kell Brook fight, I'm telling you, man.
No, I ain't too sure about that. I'm not too sure. Listen, here's the thing, Deontay. Manny Pacquiao has been out of the ring just as long, longer than Errol Spence. That has to come into account. The dude's been out of the ring longer than Spence.
I prefer that for the old man.
No, sir. No, sir.
For the old man? For the old man? How did
that work out for Alexander Povetkin, that extra time out of the ring?
Man, I'm not gonna compare Povetkin to him, bro. I think the old man was working more in the off season than Povetkin.
That's even worse than if you're not, because Povetkin's a heavyweight. So that would be even worse time out of the ring. For heavyweight, it's not better, it's worse, fam.
It's about what you're doing in that time off, D.
Don't fucking matter, fam. They're over the hill. That's the big point. They're over the hill real quick. Virtuoso. Appreciate you, bro, with the super chat. They're over the hill, Digga. That's the problem. You know, Manny is not a spring chicken. I said this going into the Thurman fight. Manny could turn old on us in this Thurman fight, and Thurman beats him. You think that still doesn't persist in this Spence fight? This could be the fight where he turns old overnight, and it doesn't matter what. Spence is going to beat him.
I understand what you're saying. Could happen, and yes, that could happen.
And it's a high probability. It's a high probability.
It never happened yet. And for Manny Pacquiao, I'm not gonna put nothing past that man, bro.
Well. I have to disagree once again. It absolutely did happen already. It happened against Thurman. Problem is, Keith Thurman was not himself. Manny Pacquiao, let me tell you something. Manny Pacquiao, that fought the Adrian Broner, the Jeff Horn that you mentioned, that Manny Pacquiao would have beaten Keith Thurman more convincingly. We absolutely see him start to age in the Thurman fight. The problem is Thurman had his own issues. He was not the Keith Thurman that we're accustomed to seeing. I said that this is why I call him Keith Once Upon a Time Thurman. And we absolutely seen Manny start to age because Keith, one-time Thurman, that fought Sean Porter in that battle and Danny Garcia in that battle. He beats Manny Pacquiao on that night. Manny Pacquiao doesn't drop him on that night. But that's who Pacquiao fought. So we're starting to see the aging process begin. That's all that's got to play in the mind, bro. You build these fights by promoting these fights to be a very good fight. Anybody can win. Those are the best fights. Those are the fights that brings the suspense, the intrigue, the thirst for the fans to want. That's what makes a fight. Either guy can win. So they have to promote it this way. They have to promote it this way. And I do believe that Manny really does have a chance to win. But then when we start playing those odds, those numbers, 60-40, 65-35, I say in favor of Spence. This is how I see it.
All right. All right. But like I was saying, are you telling me, can Errol duplicate the Brook fight? Or you think we're not going to ever see that Errol again?
No, I think we'll see better than that Errol. Errol Spence is fine, man. He's blessed. He's been blessed by God. I'm back home now. He's fine. He's been blessed by God. He should take full advantage of his second chance because he's had it. And I think that not only will we see the Errol Spence from that Brook fight, we'll see better. We'll see better because he's going to have to produce better because Manny Pacquiao is better than Kell Brook. Period. So I think we'll see better.
I think we've seen the best of Errol Spence.
And what fight?
I think the best Errol Spence I've ever seen is the Kell Brook fight, bro. Actually, bro, he showed a lot of adversity. He showed strength. He showed a lot in that Kell Brook fight. And I don't think we're going to ever get another Errol Spence like
what
we
was
got.
The most exciting Spence fight you ever saw?
The most exciting Spence fight.
Was it Kell Brook?
Yes.
The back and forth. The most exciting Spence fight, in my opinion, for me, was Shawn Porter.
Can you hear me, D?
Yeah, can you hear me? Did you hear what I said?
Yeah, you said
the
Shawn
most
Porter.
exciting fight for me, the most exciting. I'm not saying it was necessarily his best fight, but the most exciting fight to me was Shawn Porter.
Shawn Porter couldn't hurt Earl.
Kell Brook buzzed him. He didn't hurt him. That's why I keep telling people.
But Shawn Porter couldn't hurt Earl.
Shawn Porter buzzed Earl as well.
Yeah, but I think Earl pretty much said, "I'm gonna just walk through your punches at the end, bro." Earl just walked through his punches, bro.
That's what he did to Brook. That's what he did to Brook. Brook buzzed him, and he kept coming and walked through him. Kept punishing him to the body and the face and stopped him. That's what Spence does.
But he didn't stop. He didn't stop Shawn.
No, I'm talking about Brook. He stopped him. He walked through him and stopped him. So you saying that he walked through Porter and Porter couldn't hurt him? Neither could Brook. That's what I'm telling you. You're right. I'm not arguing that. But neither could Brook.
I think Brook hurt Earl more than Shawn hurt Earl.
But he did not stop him from walking through and getting the job done. Regardless of who we think buzzed him more. Same result. Same result.
And I'm saying that because I'm seeing Earl, to me, on a downward trend. Because of the stoppages.
So is Manny, fam.
I'm gonna tell you, bro. I put a lot of respect on Keith Thurman, bro. I put a lot of respect on Keith Thurman.
Listen, that's fine too, that game. But listen what you just said. You see Earl as going down. Who do you see? Manny going uphill?
I see him even, bro. I see him. I think he's fighting competition that's showing that he's pretty much where he was back then. I think Keith Thurman beat damn near everybody that Earl.
Who did Manny Pacquiao fight since Errol Spence fought Danny Garcia? Because you say you see him fighting the competition. Who has he fought since Spence fought Garcia?
No, he just fought
no one.
His
last fight was Thurman.
Yeah, Thurman.
No one. So you ain't seeing him fight no one because you've seen Spence fight more recently. You're not seeing him fight anybody, fam.
Right.
That's my point. Manny's going down. Manny's not. He's old. That game, and it is very reasonable that he can turn overnight on us in this fight because this is what happens toward the end of careers. So you're saying that you think that Spence is going downhill? I don't agree with that. After the accident and the performance he had with Danny Garcia, I think it's uphill from that point, not downhill. This dude took a top 5 fighter after that tumultuous accident.
Oh no, I respect that.
People were saying that, oh, if Spence takes a tune-up, I'm cool with that. But he didn't.
I respect that. I respect that.
Man, that dude's going to beat Manny Pacquiao. That dude is going to beat Manny Pacquiao. I'm sorry, bro. This is it. This is it for Manny. The next fight for Manny after Spence should be a UFC fight or a Rodrigo Duarte.
So let me ask you this.
That should be the fight. That should be the fight for Rodrigo Duterte or a UFC fighter after this Spence fight. Because he ain't going to be no more good for boxing, fam. I'm telling you.
Now, I'm good with the ifs now. Now, if Manny wins, should he go for Bud or should he just go president?
No, he should retire. He should retire. Because if he beats Spence, it's going to take everything out of him. You know, these types of fights, these really tough fights, you know how they say that take something out of a boxer's career? Well, Manny's at the end of his. So if he can pull out a win through Spence, no way should he ever go to Bud Crawford. He'll get beaten the hell out of. So I'm sorry. I'm being dead serious. He'll be pushing it too far going after Bud if he gets through the. That Thurman fight took something out of Manny. Let's speak about this. As high as you are on Thurman, you don't think that fight took something out of Manny?
It did.
That's my point. And then he gets in a fight with Spence and wins that too? Hell no, Bud will obliterate him.
Yeah,
Bud
man,
will obliterate him.
Look, man, one time, man, Keith was hitting him with some flush.
Man, them two dudes was on PEDs, both of them. Both of them dudes was sucking PEDs for that fight, fam. Ain't no way they neither of them should have been taking those kind of hits late in that fight like that, fam.
Flush.
Them dudes was juiced to the gills. Man, he ain't got doggone Keith there. Hold on, let me. Oh boy, man. I'll tell you what. Can you hear me still?
Yeah, man, it's a beautiful day out there, bro.
Oh yeah, it's great. It's great. Look at that, man. Nice and sunny. Yeah, buddy.
Beautiful. Get you some roosters, bro. Get you a couple of roosters.
Bro, I was so shocked to see the roosters that day. I'm in the middle of the city. 3 of them, too. I said, what the hell? 3 roosters, bro. Yeah.
You're a little choppy, dude. You're a little choppy. You're a little choppy. It could be me, but I think D might be coming back. He might be switching services. Press 1 if you can hear me. Anybody, press 1 if you can hear me.
I can hear you. Yeah, I had to get out. There we go. You can hear me now, right?
Yeah, I hear you good.
Yeah, I had my phone died. I went for a ride along, and StreamYard tear your battery up, and I pretty much did the whole hour on the ride along. So my phone just died out. But yeah, man, this is what makes this fight good. This is what makes this fight good, and So let me see, man. Let me see who was in the chat. I was driving everybody, so I didn't really get to you guys. Let me get some shout outs right quick. BK always here. Justin Furlow, what's good with you? Joshua Littlejohn, I buy houses. Samuel Wild, what's good? Jake Kyle, my bro, what's good with you? Anthony Prince in the building. Fish, what's up, Fish? I see you out there. Jeff in the building. What's up, fellas? Jay Cooley, my brother. What's good, Jay Cooley? Chin Smoke, Virtuoso, Shiz Biz. Xavier Boxing Nerd in the building. What's up with you guys, man? Appreciate y'all sliding through this morning. Make sure I don't miss anybody. All right, that's what's up. Yeah, man. That game. Appreciate you joining me, bro, for the morning show. Ouch, damn it, hit my damn funny bone. That shit won't funny. And everybody, just the morning show and the afternoon show, guys. I'm sorry, it's like I'm busy. I'm in school for some stuff, getting some certifications, and I got a lot of stuff going on. So, afternoon show is when it is, or maybe not. This morning show we're gonna have, and I'm gonna have a special guest, someone from the chat, someone from the Speaking Mind family, to come up here and kick it with me on the morning show. This morning we got our brother Dead Game to join us. Appreciate you, Kevin. What's up with you? Well, yeah, good talks, man. Good talks. This Fury nonsense. I ain't with it, guys. Tyson Fury, he's still my guy. You know, only one Tyson Fury, but that reigns to be true in more ways than one. There's only one Tyson foolery. Yeah, Tyson foolery. You know what I mean? There's only one Tyson foolery. This dude, man, I can't ride with this nonsense. I don't know, man. There's up in the air with Bob Arum and Tyson Fury and this delay on this fight. I think it's being done intentionally. I'm with Eddie Hearn. I don't buy it, bro. I wouldn't buy it with y'all money. As far as Errol Spence and Manny Pacquiao, I'm riding with my guy, Errol Spence. He's going to win this fight. He's going to win this fight. And even better, I'm going to do something really bold here. Not really too bold, but it's two fights that Errol Spence and Jermell Charlo. These are two fights that could go to decision. I'm going to pick a stoppage for both of them. I picked the stoppage in 10, Jermell Charlo to stop Castaño. I'm going to pick the exact same round for Errol Spence to stop Manny Pacquiao. 10. Now, y'all heard it. That's my prediction. So you don't even have to ask anymore. 10 rounds, both of them. Round 10 stoppage. Errol Spence stops Manny Pacquiao in the 10th round. What you think, that game?
Hey, man, look, bro. Hey, that's a good prediction.
Yeah.
You know, it's not unbelievable for darn sure. You know, I mean, I roll with it. I mean, I'm not an Earl hater, bro. I mean, I don't want nobody to think that I'm an Earl hater.
Right.
I was just a Manny Pacquiao fan. I'm
a huge Pacquiao fan.
You know what I'm saying? I'm a huge Pacquiao fan. I've been it for a long time. That's who I play with on Fight Night.
Yeah, he's a beast on Fight Night too.
You know, so, and I do like Earl a lot. You know, I just think the old man have something left in him, and I think, you know, I'm gonna say Manny by split decision.
Hey, it can happen. I do not mind that pick, fam. I don't mind that pick at all. I think that's a bold pick. You know why? Politics. Because they ain't gonna get too much more money off. The sport of boxing ain't gonna get too much more money off of Manny. They know that. If Spence win, you still got Canelo, Crawford, and all of these other fights where they can make plenty more money off of them. You feel me? So I think I don't deny that pick. And that fight could happen, that game. And you and I be sitting here watching it and be like, man, they robbed Manny. Manny should have won that. And we will see a split decision or a decision win by Manny. And then it doesn't go that way because of the politics.
I agree with you, brother.
You feel me?
I agree with you 100%. I'm gonna fall back, bro.
Yeah, I'm ready to cut it down, bro. I just wanted some closing thoughts from you and everything. Noah, for sure, fam. He said you're a true inspiration. I'm thinking about going back to school, getting my high school diploma. Also, even though it doesn't matter, never too late, fam. Never too late, bro. And keep on from there. And Noah, here's something else. Don't matter. 60 years, you'll be here till you're 90. I mean, you've got 30 years left. If you complete that, don't stop. Stocks or either tech. And I know you older will get into it because the tech boom is about to create billionaires. Just like The internet boom created millionaires left and right, left and right, left and right. The tech boom, I want all of you guys to know this before I leave. This is a little bit about business. All of us need to be financially free, all of us, which is something that I'm working on now. Real estate, this freaking course that I'm taking and everything else. You know, we got to survive out here, right? And we don't want to do it meagerly. We want to have enough, an abundance. Tech, guys, for all of you guys, everybody has a savings account. And if you don't, you need to. But the money that you have, do the research that you can do. Don't be on the ass end of this. Back in the early 2000s when Bitcoin came around, it was 42 cents per freaking coin. And if you had $500, if you had $100 extra and you had invested into Bitcoin, right? You would have now over 200 coins for that $100. Well, those coins are $36,000 a piece. You do that times 200. The tech boom that's about to take off, guys, right? The tech boom that's about to take off will trump that Bitcoin 5 times over. Imagine that. Do your research, scrape up whatever you can, and invest. Look into stocks, look into this tech boom that's coming, and financially free yourselves. Okay? I want to leave you guys with that. Dead Game, appreciate you always, brother. Appreciate all of y'all coming through, joining us this morning. And y'all know how I always in this thing. For the love of sports, let's talk about it. Peace.